Today on The Young and the Restless, Nikki remembers the past at the ranch. Victoria, Nicholas, Adam, Claire, Abby, and Devin tour the new/old ranch, and Adam receives an invitation. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At the restored ranch, Nikki's jaw drops as she takes it all in. Victor welcomes her to their new home. Nikki is still speechless and starts crying. "What have you done?" Victor has already wanted to rebuild what they lost. Nikki gasps, "Oh, Victor, he wanted it to be more beautiful than the original." Nikki tells him it's just stunning. Victor thought they needed something after this last year with the whole Jordan saga and her alcoholism. Nikki confesses she's missed their first house every day. She tried to move on, but she was never able to get it out of her heart. She flashes to walking in the ruins of it and saying she can't believe it's gone. She tells Victor, "You recreated what we lost." She loves it. After taking in the upstairs, Nikki tells Victor it's beautiful and on an even better part of the property than the other. She can't believe the time and effort he put into this, and asks how he pulled it off without her knowing. Victor chuckles. She remembers the trucks that were there and he told her they were fixing erosion from the stream. Nikki declares it a perfect blend of the past and present. That was Victor's intention. She feels like she's stepped back in time. She remembers the very first time she came to the ranch and teases, "You were hatching plans from the very beginning." Nikki marvels that so much of the new home reminds her of the original ranch. Victor couldn't salvage everything because some was lost in the fire. Nikki muses that they lost some things before the fire too, like vases and glasses. "We did have our fair share of conflicts." She flashes to confronting Victor about his affair with Ashley Abbott, and to him confronting her about her drinking problem. She recalls taking her bags and moving out, and muses, things could get pretty ugly. They marvel that they recovered. Any argument they had, they were able to find their way back to each other. She flashes to defying him when he ordered her to leave because he couldn't perform in bed. Nikki then remembers sitting with Victor in front of the fireplace on New Year's Eve. Finally, she recalls them reuniting at the ranch, and him telling her this is where they belong. Nikki says, "Thank goodness we made our way through. Look at the life we've had." Victor tells her they'll make new memories together and with their family. Nikki is admiring the piano when a knock comes at the door. Victor walks over to open it and Victoria and Claire come in. Victoria gasps, "This house? Am I seeing things?" Claire asks, "What is this place?" Nick trails in, and he and Victoria marvel that this looks like the original ranch house. Victor will explain once everyone's there. Abby and Devin walk through the door. Victor says he had the old ranch rebuilt, for your mother, for Nikki. He did this for her and for all of them. Nikki says he did an amazing job. Nick tells his dad, "Well done," and Victoria says it brings back so many memories. Adam arrives and is stunned to realize his father rebuilt the original ranch. Victor has something else to say. "Abby and Devin, I promised you a special venue. This is it." They gawp, and Abby runs over to hug Nikki and her dad. "I can't believe it. Thank you." Abby can't believe the first occasion in the new house will be their wedding. Nikki assures Abby she's fine with it. Devin shakes Victor's hand and the two go off to an alcove by the windows to talk. Victor knows Devin is still upset about Lily, so, let's talk about it. Devin is frustrated with the situation, but promised to set his feelings aside until after the wedding. Victor insists he had Lily's best interests at heart. She should be a Winters. Devin agrees, but that should be her decision. Victor honestly thinks this will turn out well for Lily. In the living room, Victoria tells Claire about the original ranch where she and Nick grew up. Claire thinks it's romantic that Victor rebuilt it for her grandmother. Nikki says he's always had a knack for grand romantic gestures. She flashes to some romantic moments in the past. Claire thinks it all sounds so magical. They look forward to more fun times as a family and Victoria hugs Nikki. Devin stands in the foyer looking at his phone. Abby walks over to ask what her dad wanted. Devin says he wanted to talk about Lily. He didn't want to get into it. Abby will talk to her dad about his behavior after the wedding. She enthuses about having a wedding venue and asks if he's okay with getting married there. Devin would marry her anywhere and thinks it's perfect. Abby cannot wait to marry him. Victoria tells Victor he did an incredible job. When she walks off, Nick appears and tells her this feels like he's home. Victor says, you all are. Nick asks what will happen to the place where they live now. Victor offers it to his son. Nick says he and Christian are happy where they live. Adam joins them and tells him the place is spectacular. Nick tells his brother that their dad was just saying he wants more family on the ranch. There's a beautiful house up for grabs. He tells Adam he should take it. Adam's not sure their dad would approve of that. Victor doesn't think it's a bad idea. The question is, would he like to be that close to his old man? Adam will give it some thought. Everyone gathers in the living room as Nikki and Victor's children say goodbye. Victoria's sure Abby and Devon's wedding will be spectacular. Abby and Devon leave, followed by Adam. Victor asks him to think about moving on to the ranch. Adam promises to give it some serious thought. After he's gone, Nick thanks Victor for giving the ranch back to them. Victor will do anything for family. Now the next generation can enjoy it as well. Nick, Victoria, and Claire head out after hugs and kisses. Nikki and Victor sit down. Nikki says Victoria and Nicholas were so touched. It made her think about when they were children. So much time has passed. Victor muses, so much time has passed. You're as beautiful as you were when I met you. Nikki tells him he's made her happier than she's been in a long time. Victor kisses her and she leans her head on his shoulder. She says, you didn't just give me a house. You gave me a piece of our life. A piece of my heart. Victor says, you know, baby, I really don't care where we live as long as you're by my side. They kiss.